Welcome everybody to another episode of Comics Remixed. I'm Junior Ruiz.
I'm David Sanchez.
Welcome. We know it's been a while. Sorry.
Yeah.
Caca happens.
But the news has been rolling on.
Yes, and we're here to report it, as always. You know, we might not have been here the last 2 weeks, but we're here now.
Yeah.
And that's what counts. So obviously, since there was no show, there was nothing to report. How's that sound?
Because we didn't participate
Exactly.
in the comic universe thing.
Exactly.
There's nothing to talk
It's like
about.
the comic universe stops when we're not around.
That makes sense.
You know? I mean, think about it. The stories have been lackluster for the most part.
So yeah, if you think about it, if you try to imagine like a survey of past stories that we've done versus stories that have existed during that time, there has nothing but to talk about.
No.
Unless we make it interesting.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Bazinga. Anyways, episode 13-1. First of all, I want to say we hope you enjoyed our previous episode, The Comics Through the Ages, for small education for those that didn't know. But I wanted to mention this because I forgot and I didn't remember it till after it was filmed and put up and everything. Yahoo and Google list comic ages the way we reported them.
Okay.
If you go through eBay, remember how, I can't remember what age it was. I want to say it was the Bronze Age. How it was that huge, like almost a 15-year thing.
Yes.
For some reason. According to eBay, it's not 15 years because there's a Copper Age.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The Copper Age was the one that ended in 85.
Oh.
It was like Bronze ended, in like 70-something, 76 I want to say. And for like 9 to 10 years, again.
So did eBay take it upon themselves to
I don't know, because I have heard of a Copper
because
Age.
even during the episodes, one of the episodes, we said, there's a lot going on in here.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have broken up.
Yeah, I think it was our mistake, and I think it was a mistake of also Google and all those other online sites. I honestly think eBay had it right, because I do remember a Copper Age.
Possibly because they get their information a lot from collectors and retailers.
Mm-hmm. So I think that was not just our mistake, but that was also their mistake. So
nobody gets the no prize. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You guys didn't catch it.
All right. Well, this is a comic show, and with comic shows we talk about comic books and comic related things. First one being that we've actually talked about a lot lately, movies, comic related movies and TV shows.
Because the movie industry has nothing else to tap into, so they're just raping everything that us nerds love and care about.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but it's true.
Oh no, never mind. I thought that was
It is true. They really are taking over the comic book industry, you know, and for the good. In the long run, for the good. It's bringing a lot more class and a lot more talent to our world. Because now everybody's trying to write so well or draw so well that hopefully their comic is the new storyboard to a future script.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe good for us.
Maybe. Well, we'll find out where Marvel's taking it come August 1st, 2014, assuming we're all still around. Marvel's next big thing that's supposed to be in tone with the Avengers movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I think this can be a very positive thing because the Marvel Universe is big into itself. But when people think Marvel Universe, they think pretty much New York because that's where everything's set in.
Right.
A lot of times people fail to realize Marvel has a huge space universe, you know? All of the space characters and everything, Silver Surfer, tons of sci-fi.
Yep.
A lot of people, like I said, it tends to get overlooked.
It's one of my favorites, Captain Marvel, all the alien races that they've created, Silver Surfer,
Galactus, the Skrulls, the Kree.
I want to see me some Adam Strange in this Guardians movie.
That would be great.
Adam Strange, that's my guy, especially how he gets psychotic sometimes.
Yeah, and then split off to the Magus.
Yeah, so that's what I'm expecting out of this movie. Just throwing that in there.
Guardians of the Galaxy has a potential to be so much. I mean, this can expand the Marvel Universe to what a lot of film goers know, as opposed to actual. Because you're a comic guy, you know about the space stuff.
Yeah.
But you remember, a lot of the Marvel movies are aimed for non-comic fans to get those new.
Because they want relation. They want
exactly.
Like you could relate to these heroes.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do. They're opening it up to everybody.
Exactly.
Sell more crap.
So pretty much, it's all merchandising.
Yeah.
The movie was originally slated for May 16th of 2014, but they have announced that the new Ninja Turtles reboot will be released May 16th, so Marvel decided to put... Up yours. So Marvel decided to push the Guardians back to August 1st of 2014. Now the script was done by Nicole Perlman, who did a Black Widow treatment for a solo Black Widow movie and handed it in to Marvel Execs. They were so impressed with this, they didn't bother doing the Black Widow movie, obviously, but instead hired Nicole on to work on the Thor movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what? The world is set up now for a very good Black Widow movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Avengers set up a great stage for her because there was nothing but very positive feedback for the Black Widow character from the men and female audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the women that have gotten feedback about
Black Widow,
the Black Widow in this movie with ScarJo portraying her. They liked that she was hardcore, that she was tough, and they liked that she wasn't like uber emotional. Instead, she was more professional.
Yeah.
She was a spy 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's what they liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I'm for Black Widow. I think I'm very excited for that. They did it the right way. How people would have expected DC to treat a Wonder Woman. Yeah, there you go. Roll your eyes, because exactly, DC, you got to
jump on the ball here, man.
Yeah.
But no, a good, like I said, the Guardians movie is supposed to be in tone with the Avengers, where it's plenty of action, tons of special effects, of course, and some slight comedy. Now, a great bridging point would be to make the Guardians movie stand on its own, but at the same time, you kind of want to incorporate it into the known Marvel movie universe already, meaning, you know, the Avenger universe.
Right.
You know, what better way to prepare audiences for an Avengers sequel with Thanos as the main baddie as having him appear in the Guardians movie and having the Guardians kind of explain who this badass is.
Which is perfect, because Guardians, they consider themselves the front line of the space.
So now imagine them saying, oh, this is the threat that Thanos represents. So in watching the Guardians, you get all the background information on Thanos you need, so when the Avengers sequel rolls around, they don't have to waste precious movie time explaining that.
Yeah, the punches could just start coming
exactly.
like right away.
You know?
Yeah.
Or even, it's like, I was reading about a Justice League film. They could kind of take that formula that they had in mind for that, where, of course, if they made a Justice League film, who do you think the main baddie is going to be? Darkseid.
Has to be.
You know? But with the Justice League, you have so many big hitters on that team. It wouldn't work well to just have them all there at once. You'd have to split them up. You could have, say, let's go with the 7: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. I'm sorry, take Aquaman out and put Green Lantern in there. Okay, now you could have Superman and Green Lantern go over here to stop this small threat. Batman and Wonder Woman over here to stop that threat. You know, the remaining members over here to stop this threat. And every one of these threats that the team has been split apart to fight is part of a bigger threat, which at the end would bring them together, and that bigger threat would be Darkseid.
Yeah, I think I could see it. Now go ahead.
Now imagine they did something like that with Thanos for an Avengers sequel.
Right.
You can do that, like I said, and you could have your separate teams going after small Thanos threats, because with the Guardians movie, you've already established how badass a villain Thanos is.
I really love how, because Avengers was so successful, there's so many people out there looking over to this whole JLA and be like, see, this is how you should do it.
Yeah.
You know,
pretty much.
Because one of my favorites, because would be involving aliens in the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of I always think about Brainiac, you know, doing some kind of world takeover. But actually, I would like them to focus on the whole new victim thing. Have the JLA deal with you know, a lot of the racial issues that, you know, Superman being an alien he has to deal with, and all of a sudden there's a crap load of aliens.
But yeah, I can see that, but mostly that would be in the Man of Steel movie next year. You know, hopefully,
well, I think
it's a sign, and it's going in the right direction, because we all know Dark Knight Rises is the last of Christopher Nolan's movies, and after this, it's getting relaunched again. To fit hopefully into the DC. I mean, they already said it's getting relaunched. It's not, well, if we decide. They pretty much, it's set in stone. Meaning, what else is there? It has to be a bridge to the Justice League movie.
Well, my state of mind comes from because a lot of these JLA threats are often almost solo Superman threats.
Yeah.
There have been Superman titles where he alone goes up against Darkseid. And
Yeah.
maybe one of his super friends or super family people, they'll come and
Yeah.
help out or something like that. Or maybe he's just a Superman Batman team up. Or
Well, see, that's where in Man of Steel.
that's where I can see the bridge from like Superman into JLA.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think what they should do then with that, because you don't want one character overshadowing the rest. You got to remember, all these characters are pretty much godlike.
Yeah.
You know, so I think with Man of Steel being the first, like we're all hoping, they take the time in there to show, yes, Superman is considered a god, but he's a human and he has human sides,
Yeah.
which kind of downplays him a bit, so he doesn't look like he doesn't need the rest of the league.
It should look like Superman needed help and he had to help. He had to try to put these people together.
Exactly. You know.
And one other thing, they kind of really do have to start with Superman, because that does feel like it's their fresh start, because they're already gonna more than likely relaunch the whole Dark Knight thing, you know, because Nolan, he's done with it. They've already said he just wanted to create this contained story, and he's done with it. The whole Green Lantern universe needs to be completely redone in film. I wasn't too excited about it. Many people weren't. You know, so I'm just not speaking for myself here.
I could see it being relaunched maybe after the Justice League film, but I think
maybe it could be retold, not relaunched.
Yeah.
You know,
money and business wise, kind of the same thing. I think it would be smart for Warner Brothers to keep Ryan Reynolds on as Hal Jordan, especially for a Green Lantern movie, because what he would do is bring in that star power. You know, because look at who the guy who's playing Man of Steel is.
but his star power didn't help at all with Green Lantern. A lot of people couldn't picture him as Hal Jordan at all, and it wasn't reinforced either.
But it brought in the Ryan Reynolds fans.
But the Ryan Reynolds fans would probably accept him more as Kyle. That's the guy from Two Guys in the Pizza Place. Yeah.
No, you know what? Side note, I watched Ted. As a small spoiler.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I'm not even gonna spoil it. Ryan Reynolds makes a cameo in the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. And he has no lines. Just go watch Ted.
Wow. Wow. But Wonder Woman, plenty of room to go there.
Oh God, yes.
Plenty of room. I don't know what's so hard about telling a story about a super.
I don't think it's hard. I think it's how do they portray her costume wise, because nowadays a lot of people are very picky about the outfits that come on the screen. It's like, how do you put Wonder Woman on the screen, making her a symbol without making her look like a slut running around in underwear?
And I think that's where you get a lot of the friction between her regular day-to-day Wonder Woman outfit and then what she wears when she's like in Checkmate or something, the whole white suit thing.
Oh, that's so old.
I know, but the white suit, that's more realistic,
right,
for her to go with it. And I think now having a Black Widow character out there really does reinforce that. If you come out with a Wonder Woman in a bikini trying to fight crime,
yeah, it's not gonna work.
People are just so not gonna accept it. It's gonna be garbage.
Yeah. The only thing I think would work was, remember when they relaunched Wonder Woman as, but Donna Troy was Wonder Woman, and she had the red bustier, but she had the black tights.
Yeah.
And she had the little jacket.
Yeah.
It worked.
Isn't that what they tried to do with that? When they were trying to do the whole TV series?
No.
Recently.
That's the way. Yeah, that's the one they focused on.
That's where they were going. Yeah.
Yeah. If they do something like that, it might work.
It might work if they just don't do a bustier at all. I think that's part of the problem. Is give her a suit. I think is the demand. Even how to get around the whole patriotic thing, the red, white, and blue. Well, Captain America he dealt with that. And
that's kind of one tip that they could take away from Marvel and do on a better note, because in the Captain America movie, the suit worked. The military looking suit with the belt and the pouches, the ultimate version, that worked. In the Avengers movie, I didn't like it so much. They slimmed it down and they made it too cheesy.
The star. It was a star.
It was just the suit itself.
The shoulder pads.
The shoulders were too big. The red and white didn't go all the way around. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice.
Yeah, it didn't go. It stopped like right here.
And was
and
it
the
white?
back, it was just all blue in the back.
Huh.
It was solid blue.
That could be cool.
And like for some reason, the mask didn't do it. Like the helmet made more sense in the Captain America movie than the way it did in Avengers. Or just
Yeah. And he did stand out a lot, like from the other characters.
Yeah.
You couldn't understand why Iron Man's red and gold. That has been very much explained.
It just seemed like, I don't know, it looked like Iron Man was leading the group. it really didn't look like Steve was in charge.
No, because well, it was supposed to take place like when he's fresh off the boat,
Right.
This whole Ice Cube thing, you know.
Right.
Like we just defrosted you.
Come on,
go fight.
popsicle.
Yeah, you know.
You know, but I mean, even standing there, that one scene where the camera panned around all of them and they were standing there, he didn't look like. I mean, he's Captain America. Steve Rogers is supposed to be a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's supposed to be. Yeah, he's not as powerful as Thor, but he's supposed to be at least built just the same.
But what
You
does
he
that
looks a
say
lot
about-
slimmer. Hawkeye looked like he can kick his ass.
Well, that's the thing. What does that say about this time period altogether? When the comic books were originally out, you really went for the superhero that was mostly brawn and had that tough and rough attitude, you know, like that soldier mentality.
To Rob Liefeld
But now,
days.
but now you have someone like Iron Man, who's more like a hipster nerd.
Tech savvy.
And tech savvy. He has more in. He is in a sense Jane Bondish, but without being so cheesy. He's a cool. He's got a cool playable personality, but he has a more laid back attitude. It's more like an approachable character, like charisma. Yeah, you have a charisma versus the rough kind of thing.
It's like, okay, I know we're steering away from Guardians because we keep going back to the DC thing, but if DC could make it work for 10 years on the small screen with Smallville, you'd think they'd be able to do it on the big screen the right way.
Well, anyways, going back to Guardians, since you just brought it up.
But
we were explaining why Guardians would work. I think that's how we leapt into JLA.
I look at it as two movies in one, or there's two goals to Guardians.
Yeah.
Going into it, they have two goals. One, explain Thanos and set it up for Avengers.
Which I could accept that completely.
The second goal would be make it stand on its own also, and not only have you be waiting for Avengers, but have you wanting to see more of Marvel's space universe.
Yeah.
You know, so like, okay, Guardians is here. I want to watch Avengers, but at the same time, I want to see this movie over here. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they play it right, they can do it. And with Marvel producing it themselves lately, everything is a hit. Yeah. You know, everything. So, but on a side note, besides Marvel, also speaking of Marvel, director Edgar Wright has quietly wrapped production on his test reel for the Ant-Man movie.
What do you think? Ant-Man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you... That's going to be one of those B movie. Not a B movie, but it'll go under the radar. Okay, you've got all the big Marvel movies, Spider-Man, X-Men,
Well, they say quietly wrapping, and why not hype it up? Like, what about the story would they not want to give away? With so many movies banking off the whole tech-savvy type of superhero, why not blow them up?
Right.
You know?
No, I agree.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, all tech guys.
Does that mean that the studio and they don't have too much faith in it? Does that mean they have a big surprise for it? You know, because... but Ant-Man is one of those characters where it's like, yeah, you know him. Hardcore comic fans know him. And some fans of the Avengers cartoon know him. But it's just like, okay... Like, I feel bad for it because I think it's going to be one of those movies that, like I said, flies under the radar. It's going to be on the Daredevil, the Blade, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be one of those movies where it's known, but it's under the radar, and it won't be up here where it should be with the rest of the Marvel things.
Where would you place him in the storyline? Like, I could think of maybe him fighting.
All I think of is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
You know? How do you make a movie with Ant-Man and not have it be some sort of kiddie, cheesy movie?
It, but yeah, exactly now. See,
You know?
that's why I don't think they would go that way. I think there would be a plot. Yeah, I could see him fighting off some epidemic, you know. Maybe throw him in with some zombies. He has to, like, protect us from the zombie epidemic.
They better figure something out because if it's just, you know... I don't know.
Although, if you're going to go that way...
I could also see it.
I want to see that one scene from the Ultimates when, you know, he's when he's getting in there.
Him and Wasp are, like, he's really in the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
He gives eating it a new name.
Yeah.
I could see this one also bridging to Avengers because why not add or move around more Avengers teammates? Why not have Ant-Man become part of the team?
It would probably help kind of tone down Iron Man if because even I kind of took him as one of the main leaders, or if not the main leader type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe causing friction between him and Ant-Man. would probably help, do a little tension if not. But maybe now. We saw how friendly he got with the Bruce Wayne character in the movie.
Bruce Wayne?
I mean, Bruce Banner, with the Bruce Banner character.
Right. All I can say is
So maybe Ultron? Is that what they're going with?
That'd be nice. That'd be a nice setup. You know.
That could be the Ant-Man movie.
That could. Well,
because
Ultron's too powerful.
Why?
It could be set it up. He could be setting up for Ultron, and then have Ultron be the villain in Avengers 2, and reveal more of Thanos for Thanos to come in the final act.
Well, because
of,
remember, Ultron
3.
also begets Vision too.
Exactly.
And he'd be a badass to
But
use
think,
against
because
Thanos.
Avengers is supposed to be slated for a trilogy. So I could imagine them hyping Thanos more in the Guardians movie, hyping him even more in the Avengers sequel, to the point where it's like, bring me part 3 already.
Yeah.
And it's full out, alright, part 3, Thanos is here.
Constantly bridging like to the end.
You know, exactly.
So maybe for the third film, they might introduce a different type of Avengers solo film.
You could have, Avengers 2, the main villain would be Ultron because he was created during the Ant-Man movie. By the end of that, Ultron becomes Vision at the end of Avengers 2. So Vision is, maybe he becomes part of the Iron Man movie universe. So by the time Avengers 3 rolls around, Vision is
But
now
of course,
on screen.
part 3 we gotta get us some Galactus. Unless you think they're gonna save that for FF. You think so?
Yeah.
But they really gotta do something about FF.
Well, they're rebooting it, so
Yeah.
I could see them being like, "Hey, Chris Evans, you want to reprise your role?" So I'm Human Torch, I'm Captain America, and I'm Human Torch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, yeah, right then and there, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the Ant-Man thing, like I said, is quietly wrapped production on the test reel.
So years ago, would you have thought that Black Widow would be as much a phenomenon as Wonder Woman? No, I just thought about that right now. Like,
But if you
who
think
would
about
thought-
it, Wonder Woman still has her own comic,
she does. But
and it's really good.
hey, man,
If you're into
compare
the mythology and the gods,
these
and all
days,
that
it's
stuff,
like when we began, it's not about the books anymore. It's about the movies.
and the money.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, a couple quick side notes. Comic Book Men is not the only show anymore.
Sure.
It seems Midtown Comics out in New York has decided that they're going to throw their name in the hat. And starting July 13th on the National Geographic Channel, of all places, you'll find a new comic book show called Comic Book Heroes.
Okay.
It's they say it's more of a obviously it's a reality show, but it's focusing not just on the staff of the comic book store, but also on some of the their regular customers, their daily customers
Okay.
that come in.
That sounds like a cool premise. I like that.
It's one of those another wait and see situation, because with Comic Book Man we were promised what we were promised, and we all know what happened with those 6 episodes. They have a chance. I'm not saying it was completely garbage, because I did enjoy them, but at the end of the day, to me it was just another show that I was watching. It didn't really connect with me as far as a comic book fan.
Yeah.
But like we said, previous shows they had they renewed for a 2nd season. So I mean, maybe Kevin could pick up the slack and figure out put in what works, take out what doesn't.
I think Kevin's just doing it because people allow him to do it.
Pretty much.
Because he could do, he could do whatever he wants. He finds his own way to make these things interesting
Mm-hmm.
and get an audience.
Yeah.
And so that's why people would give him the green light.
Well, we'll see. Comic Book Heroes premieres July 13th on National Geographic Channel. What else movie-wise?
Amazing Spidey.
I saw it. I saw Amazing Spider-Man. I know a couple episodes ago I said I wasn't looking forward to it. I had my doubts about it.
Do we need to break this one up into its own episode?
This is its own episode.
Yeah.
13.1.
No, but I mean like its own segment.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah.
No, because I'm not going to stay on it long.
Okay.
I'm not even breaking up. I'm not even giving spoilers. Amazing Spider-Man. If you have not seen it yet, go see it. See it in IMAX 3D. Especially if you can't do the IMAX, fine, but just see it in 3D. You'll kick yourself if you don't. The web swinging scenes in this movie are incredible. Like, there's one scene in particular where he's swinging through, and I felt my stomach drop. Like I thought I was on a roller coaster. It was that badass.
Now, to answer a few questions for us who haven't seen it, I've yet to see it. I'm totally against, in a sense, I'm against of having to pay again to see a movie that I already saw. It's another Spider-Man origin. What gets me excited is that he's going back to high school, which were a lot of his classic stories. So tell me, Is this as tween as they say it is?
Nope.
No?
No, everybody. It's more Ultimate Spider-Man.
Really?
Yes. They don't. He doesn't become Spider-Man obviously till like maybe an hour after into the movie or whatever. But they don't sit there and drown you in his origin. The movie is very fluid and it moves to the point where you're watching his origin, but you're not even realizing you're watching it. It's just it hits. You know.
After watching this movie, would you say Sony has to play nice with Marvel?
Yes.
Because after this, you can see amazing.
Yes.
In Avengers.
Yes, I can see. That's another rumor that's going around is Sony is now talking to Marvel and Paramount saying, hey, you know what, we own your Spider-Man, but we think it'd be a good idea if we intertwine the universes, which I think would be fantastic.
So now there is a legitimate excuse for the Patriot armor in Iron Man 3.
With the Super Patriot.
If they decided to go that whole route.
They could throw Norman Osborn's name in the movie if I think if Iron Man 3 comes out before they say, okay, you know what, we're intertwining the universes, and the name Oscorp or Norman Osborn is dropped in Iron Man 3, that's a done deal. You know it's going to be intertwined.
And me, I just want to see Osborn versus Stark.
That'd be
I
cool.
think that would be amazing.
That'd be cool.
You got the evil genius
But-
versus the good versus the good genius.
To a point, because it was sort of done in the first Iron Man with the Ironmonger.
Right.
Remember?
Oh, it was Stain.
Yeah, and then you kind of had it. I mean, not on a genius level, but you had War Machine fighting Iron Man in Part 2 when
Right.
Tony was drunk.
But now
surprise.
there's no real focus on Osborn really taking over the Iron Man suit. Maybe it's just Osborn like I could do something better. So I can see like a one-upsmanship, a lot of backstabbing. Well, I don't know. Now that you said Stain, it's like damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
There goes that. But no,
Yeah,
like I
would've
said,
really
if you
had
have
that.
not seen Amazing Spider-Man, go watch it. Osborn is not in the movie. Spoiler. But he is mentioned. Kirk Connors does work for Oscorp. Norman Osborn, like I said, he is mentioned in the movie. There is no all the way after the credits scene, so you don't have to stay. There is a mid-credit scene. If you saw Avengers and you saw the Thanos scene, it's pretty much the same thing. Like halfway through the credits, there's an additional scene.
I just thought of something. Osborn does deal a lot more in biochemical engineering, and there is.
Osborn creates the Red Hulk.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the carnivore virus, but that's cool too. The one that eats the technology. That one? Yeah. I was gonna say that, but yeah, that's cool too. And then tie him with the
Have his
Hulk.
own Hulk.
There you go.
You know, what if Osborn? Think about that. Yeah, listen, Marvel. What if Osborn comes out and he's like, you know, he goes up to General Ross, says, "Look, I know you were hunting this guy. What if I told you I had a solution for you?" He turns him to the Red Hulk, and then in the Incredible Hulk sequel,
You know what?
You got the Hulks fighting each other, and Norman Osborn sitting there laughing. That's another way to intertwine the movies.
You know what? But they kind of can't, man, because that's how they explained the last Hulk movie. The reason that
The Abomination.
came out. That was his.
All right, I got you with the Stain. You got me with this.
Damn.
Damn it.
Why couldn't you guys just get organized in the beginning?
You know, it's like hey, let's do it as we go.
Well, okay, they're gonna. Hopefully, they do play nice this time around, and we get some really awesome stories out there.
Right. Final one for this movie part of 13.1. Any closing comments on Dark Knight Rises, soon to be in theater? What, in 2 weeks? Coming very soon.
Oh man, I have to try to go to the opening on this one. I didn't go to the opening on Avengers or for Spidey, but this one is like.
What are you looking for from this movie?
You know what? Honestly, to see if he dies.
If Batman dies?
I'm honestly looking forward to that. Like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna kill him in cinema? You know, I mean, it's one thing to do it in a comic book, because comic book, once you've invested so much into them, once you've been a fan long enough, you just know that okay, the certain characters come back after 2 months, some 6 months, some a year, but they eventually come back.
Yeah.
Cinematic, it's really good to get that solid ending, to really get that closure. Like, can he do it? If not, if they're not going to kill him, then how is he going to close it off? Because he's not going to come back, and the next Batman is going to be a new story. It's going to be a different Batman.
Have you heard anything about this Dark Knight movie?
Except for the fact that it deals with a lot of today's social issues.
Okay. I heard that it takes place 7 to 8 years after the previous Dark Knight movie, because remember at the end of the movie, Commissioner goes like, "Go, go," and he goes into hiding, or whatever for the next 7 to 8 years.
Because technically he killed
Two-Face.
Two-Face.
Yeah.
Richard Dent.
So Harvey. Dent.
Harvey Dent.
Damn,
Richard,
dude.
I'm sorry, man.
We host a comic show
I
here.
know, but I just threw it out there, and then the second thought's like Harvey Dent. Why'd you say Richard Dent? Like, and then all of a sudden I got the 85 Bears. Like, damn. And then when I did the other misquotes, because I kept staring at the Dark Knight Rises poster right there. I'm like, oh no, it's not Bruce Wayne.
So he's supposed to come back after so many years and everything. I guess if I get to take anything away. Okay, let me ask you first. The trailer to Dark Knight Rises, any of the trailers, is there one scene in particular that stands out to you?
Where Bane has control over the Tumbler.
Okay.
And at some point that tells me that he does discover who his identity is.
Mm-hmm.
And that it would be cool in the movie people knew who Batman is.
Okay, I kind of have to go the same route with you as far as the whole identity thing, because the one scene that stands out to me is when Bane is walking, looks through the Batcave, and he has Batman's cowl and he throws it on the ground, or he throws it in the water. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, there's one. He's just walking and he just kind of throws the cowl down on the floor. What I would like to see out of the Dark Knight is the classic Bane moment. Break his back.
Yep.
I will break you. Remember?
Because here's the thing. Nolan did not set up any sidekicks. Did not go any Robin or Nightwing.
A lot of people are thinking that this kid, the one that was Cobra Commander, he's in the movie now.
But he plays the mob boss, doesn't he?
No, he plays the cop. He's the cop in the movie. What the hell is this guy's name? Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Yes. A lot of people are thinking he is Dick Grayson.
Really?
Yeah, I
thought he was supposed to be that Thorn something.
I don't know. But a lot of people are like, dude, that's Dick Grayson. But one thing that they have not officially confirmed that is going to happen, I forgot the name of the actress. That bitch is Talia al Ghul.
Catwoman?
No, dude, that's Anne
Who?
Hathaway. There's another actress that came in. No, there's another actress that they came in, and they're like, oh, what role are you playing? The rumor is you're playing Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Damian, the current Robin, Batman's son.
You think that Jason Gordon-Levitt?
No, he's not Damian. Damian's 10 years old. So, but Talia's supposed to be in the movie, so why she would be in the movie?
Ra's al Ghul doesn't die.
Right.
He couldn't have died in part 1. What if he unleashed the Bane?
What if Bane was like the captain of the League of Assassins, and because even though you've seen on the buses in the city, the one photo where it's just like Batman standing on one side and Bane on the other going like this with that whole army behind him. Yeah. What if those are the League of Assassins? Or more, because I mean the League came out in the Batman Begins.
Yeah.
But what if those are more soldiers? And like Bane is doing Talia's bidding because Batman killed her dad.
I kind of thought about that, almost from, like, as in the sense of having like Ra's al Ghul in the shadows, or the Al Ghuls, whatever, in the shadows. I've always thought about that because he can't die.
Right.
To think that he just died in the first part, it's like no.
Right.
They introduced him already, and he's not gonna die, so he's got to come back.
Or a part of him.
Yeah. And then it also explains how Bane has all this tech. He's got all these crazy bombs.
Yeah.
They're just not like pipe bombs. I mean, he blew up a whole football stadium.
That was a badass scene in the trailer.
Yeah. So someone's giving him the money. Someone's
funding
him.
Yeah.
Funding him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can see that.
All right.
Right on. We're on the same page.
All right.
Yeah. Sadie's here. My daughter's here with me. High five, Sayla. There you go.
Like that high five just gave me a whole whiff of cologne. Either that or it's your deodorant.
You prefer
No, I'm just saying it smells good.
My natural musk.
It smells good. You don't smell like ass for once. It's just
Hey man, it's a long trip here. Actually, I have no excuses. It's my day off, so I usually do smell like ass. Sorry. So, yeah.
All right, moving on. 13.1 seems to be a long episode.
That's why I was asking if you were gonna split it.
No, I'm not gonna split it. We're just gonna keep it to 2 episodes.
All right, I'm getting this one to edit.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more into video editing, so Junior's gonna start sending me these things so I can play with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Sadie. Well, do you like Batman? Yeah. What do you think about Batman? Give us your own personal review. He's so amazing. She can't speak.
Pow, bamf, wham.
She has no. Oh, did you see on Facebook that that Batman Rises
Yeah.
poster? But it's
Yeah.
he looks so happy in that poster.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. All right, Ceylon. We're gonna go back to this. Say goodbye. All right, take your time.
Yeah,
Take your time.
no rush.
All right. What's the last one?
Um,
This one has to be its own episode. We kind of have to.
you think so?
Relaunches, yeah.
All right. Well, see, I was doing this part. The second part of one would have been talking about the restructuring because it's a small news thing.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? We'll leave it that. And okay, yeah, third. We'll just blend the two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
I had that one as a third. Why you got that one?
Because I put 1, 2, and then I put 13 too. So you probably put 1, 2, 13, 3.
Oh, I think I made Amazing Spider-Man
good.
2.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
did.
okay,
'Cause
yeah.
That could
I tied
have
it
been
all
its own
in
segment
together.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Just
see you.
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. I think we're gonna sign off.
We're not gonna sign off.
We are.
Okay.
I miscued.
As you can see, since it's been a while since we recorded, we're kind of unorganized, but whatever. You love us for it. All this is staying in. Makes it that much more gritty.
Just send it to me, man. Send it to me.
How long is it gonna take you to put this up? Are you gonna put this up, or should I just put it up?
No, I can do it while I'm doing laundry. Just like edit it at my that time.
All right.
'Cause no, I'm just asking for a copy, not the original. If
Well,
I-
no. I'm not talking about the original. I'm talking about like just because you know how I usually post them up on Mondays or whatever.
Exactly. So if I miss deadline, just post whatever you got.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Fair is fair, you know.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I just didn't know how you were
Yeah.
doing it. All right, so
Keep professional, man. If I miss deadline, the show's got to go on.
we're
That's how
leaving
we
all
do
this
it.
in then.
Yeah, man.
All right.
No, we shouldn't.
Well, you let me know. so I
we
know what to
shouldn't.
edit
We
out.
shouldn't edit this part out. Why would I want?
Then
to
why are we
do it?
still talking? Leave it in, man. People love this shit.
All right.
Anyways, that was. You can tell we love this hobby. For 13-1, I'm Junior Ruiz.
Now, David Sanchez.
We'll be back with 13-2. See
Have
you
a good
guys
night.
later.